Good morning, everybody. Happy day. What is it? 11 of Vlogmas. It is pretty late in the morning for me, 10:30. I did some stuff around the house. I actually got a couple of Christmas decorations up, which is very behind for me. Normally I'm like put them up in November type of person, and it takes a lot of willpower for me to wait until after Thanksgiving because I love Christmas so much. But this year has just been, I don't know, I've been behind. We don't really have a ton of Christmas decorations. I didn't really want to go spend a bunch of money on Christmas decorations. So my mom at Thanksgiving sent me home with some stuff. So I put that up, and I have to find our box of decorations in the basement. So I'd love to do that today. If I get some things up, I will show you a little tour. But I wanted to sit down here with you and open my Advent and also show you some of the things that I haven't been able to show you yet because I haven't podcasted in a really long time, which is quite a lot of yarn for someone who said that they were going to be on a yarn diet and then changed their mind. And also, I wanted to show you some of the whips that I finished and was working on, and show you some new acquisitions and open my Advent. So let's start with the Advent. Today's colorway is Frost. I'm really hoping for a sparkle. I think it's going to be more blue. That's my guess. I think it's going to be blue. Lots of blues. So let's see. Oh, I'm back. She's back. I was correct. Lots of blues and Stellina. How pretty is that? I'm so excited. I'm really behind on this northeasterly. I'm hoping I can catch up this weekend, but I don't know. I think I've kind of accepted that I might not ever get back on track. If I finish my cozy knitter socks around Christmas, I'll be content. But I do have a week off between Christmas Eve and New Year's, so I hope really to just kind of be a little snowbird. Is that what they call those people that don't like the snow? I don't know. I just want to be snugged up during that week and knitting and relaxing and just enjoying the end of my year. So that's my Advent for the day. I'd love to start with I don't even know where to begin. I'll just start with some of the things that I have, and then I'll talk about a project that I'm starting next year. So in no particular order, you know what, I'll get this out of the way. I showed you the yarn that I got yesterday from the October-November monthly Gilmore Girls yarn. This is it. I got this a few weeks ago. I love it. This is totally going to be socks. I can't wait to cast these on. I also got this sock set, which I also have showed you from Kay, the Crazy Sock Ladies Open Studio Day. These are going to be a Christmas Eve cast on for me, so I'm excited to do that. And also while I was there, which I didn't show you, I don't know why I didn't show you, but I also got a skein of the Crazy Sock Lady colorway. And this is by Kimber's Cozy Creations. This is Kay's like special colorway and cozy fingering. It is 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. And that is that. Also probably going to be socks. I like knitting socks. Another thing that I got was my friend Vicky. She sent me a package with some goodies to give away on my podcast, and she also included some things for me. And this is a skein of yarn that she included, which is it's from the Yarnable. I'm guessing this is probably October Pumpkin Patch in plush sock, which I also will be making socks out of this for myself. I love all of these colors. The orange and the green and the speckle. So cute. And then I also got 3 skeins of soft sock from Teeny Button Studios. She was doing another mystery sale, and this is what she sent me. So this is Golden Oak on soft sock, which is her 75-25 base. And it is just this really pretty golden color. This next one is Let Them Eat Cake, also on the 75-25 base, which is so pretty. And I love how and I think most designers do this, when you order more than one like mystery skein, they usually try to get them to go together, and I love that. And then this is also 75-25 in Verdant is what it is called, and it's really, really pretty. Just like, I feel like this is like a true green to me, but I feel like, I don't know, I think they would be great in a project together. I don't know what project I would pick. Like, I really like Lila Poof. I totally will make another one. I've learned a lot of things from doing that free pattern, so I want to make another and apply what I have learned from this one, because I really enjoy the pattern. It's a lot of fun. It's a way to use up a lot of your stash, do a fun sweater for yourself or somebody else. And I feel like this would make a cute Lila Poof, but I don't know if I want it to be a Lila Poof. I was thinking I would make Zach a hat in this. I really would like to try another Musselburgh, even though I'm kind of scarred by my Oopsie Musselburgh that was like larger than the moon. So I thought about that, but then I don't know what I would do with these two. Like, I always say like socks would be safe and sorry. I also think that this could make a really pretty one skein shawl. I don't really know, but I think that they will make a good project nonetheless. Next year, I am going to try and knit down a lot of my stash, and I would love to do socks and sweaters as my focus. I've got a lot of sock yarn that I have picked up with knitting gift socks for family members in mind, and I have a lot of yarn that I want to make socks for me out of, so I think that would be really fun. I don't really have sweater quantity of things, but I think, you know, I could totally make like some color block sweaters or some striped sweaters. I have been actually on the hunt the last few days to find some patterns that use, you know, multiple colorways to see what that might look like. Is there something that I could make for myself next year? So if you have any recommendations for striped sweaters or sweaters that use a lot of different colors that because I just have a lot of one single skeins of different things. So some are variegated, some are speckled. Some do that little micro striping type of deal. So I know that they'll all be great. And most of it's fingering weight. Actually, I think all of it. I'm like looking at it right now. There's pretty much, I think all of my yarn right now is fingering weight with the exception of, I mean, my indie dyed yarn is fingering weight. With the exception of, I have one DK skein that I got that I'm going to make a tank top out of. And I have a couple of mohairs that I bought to go with rocket tees that I never cast on. So I definitely want to get those done next year. But while we're on the sweaters, my first 2022 project is going to be a Wednesday sweater by Petite Knit. I'm going to knit it with my friend Charlie. I think I have mentioned this on here before, but I can't remember. I know I definitely talked about it a lot in the video that will never be on this channel probably, and I don't know if I ever talked about it in another podcast or in a vlog recently, but I will talk about it again now. Charlie and I decided to do a sweater swap. We decided to knit the Wednesday sweater by Petite Knit, and instead of nothing, The Wednesday sweater is a sweater knit with a strand of worsted weight and then a strand of mohair. And so Charlie and I decided that we were going to buy our bare worsted yarn and we would surprise each other with the mohair. And so we asked each other some questions about what we do like, what we don't like. Was there anything in particular that we were looking for? And went and purchased the yarn from there. Unfortunately, I think that I never filmed the yarn that I got for Charlie. But I'm obsessed with it. Her package is actually arriving today. So I hope she loves it just as much as I do. I worked with the owner of my local yarn store to dye it up. And I'm just really excited about it. So I wanted to show you the mohair that Charlie sent me for my sweater. And it is called Pumpkin Latte by the Sheepyshire. And this is what it looks like. And what's funny is I actually have one of our other friends knit a sweater with this mohair. And when I saw the picture of her sweater with this mohair, I about died because she held it also, I think, with the bear. And it was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. And the work that she did on it, I mean, the fit was incredible. It was so flattering on her. Everything about her work on the sweater was incredible. And then the mohair was just another level. So it was really funny once I received this because I actually looked at getting this mohair for Charlie. And when I opened it up, I said, first of all, I almost bought this for you. Like, how funny would that have been? Second, she told me that she was worried that I wasn't going to like it. But the person that knit the sweater, she asked about it. The sweater that I loved in her knit group. And she asked her about it. And she was like, yeah, I think Kristina would actually really love that. She bought it. The next day, she posted the picture of the sweater that she finished. And I posted after and I commented about how much I loved the way that it looked and how obsessed I was with the yarn. So I thought that was really funny. So that's a little story about that. But I am going to be knitting a sweater we're going to cast on probably, I don't know when. She lives in Pennsylvania also, but on the other side of the state. So we're trying to find a time that we can either meet up to cast on together, or I know she's doing some traveling and might be driving past where I live. So we might do like a drive-by hug or a drive-by like lunch or girls' day or something when she's on her way to see some family. But I'm very excited about that. So that is my yarn. And then I only have 3 whips to show you right now. Well, they're not whips anymore. I finished the second Lady-in-Law sock. And this has been on my needles since June when I didn't finish it for summer sock camp because I moved and it was horrible. But it's finished now, so better late than never. So I'm actually going to give this to the Lady-in-Law for Christmas. So I'm excited about that. And I also did a test knit for Slip Slip Sis. And this pattern is free. It is out now. I will link it down below. This was such an enjoyable knit. I really need to make time to knit the matching socks so I can wear them because they're Christmas. Basically, it's just a way to use up any scraps. I mean, it's not. You can do whatever you want. I did what I wanted, and so did the other testers. But this little slip stitch pattern here really allows you to use up every last bit. Like if you've got some scraps, you've got some minis, literally anything you could use. Just pick a main color and then you work that in. And I was able to keep the main color live the entire time and carry it up the side. And then I actually used the Weave and Steven method when I was changing my colors here. And I don't know, this was just a really fun, enjoyable knit. And it's free. So I worked on this. Like I was trying to clear my needles and then I signed up for a test knit. And I didn't really think I was going to get picked and then I did. But that's okay because I had a ton of fun and I can totally see myself making this pattern again. It's really mindless. It's super addictive. I found myself like, oh, okay, you know, I'll just knit to the other stripe. And then I knit to the next stripe and I was like, well, you know, I could just finish out the green. And it's got a really great rhythm to it. It needs blocked, but I also finished this during that time. And I finished my Halloween socks, which I showed in a different video. And I've been wearing them a lot. And the other thing that I worked a lot on, but I don't know why, like, I thought I was going to finish this in November. Like, I was crazy to think that. I think I kind of knew it, but I did get a lot further on my shellography. And honestly, I can't even remember where I showed it to you last, like, probably after Clue 1. So it's really crazy, and I don't think that I would ever knit this again. But I'm glad that I'm knitting it now, I guess. It's just really, like, slow to get me through it. So this is what it's looking like. And I got through here. I finished one wing, which I changed a little bit of the pattern, but I'm not prepared to talk about it. So maybe when I finish it, I will tell you, like, what I did. Basically, it was giving me, like, a color change purl bump in the front, and I didn't like that. So I switched one of the rows around to get a different effect so that the purl bump wasn't there. So I finished a wing. I did way more than finish a wing. Like, I think maybe I was on the welts when I started, and I got through the triangles, bobbles, and don't let me sit here and lie to you. That's not true. I put a little pin on here where I was. Where did it go? I put a little progress keeper on here to track where I was. But I think I had finished the bobbles. I did one wing, and then I started the second. So after I finish this wing, I will have, and I think I'm going to attempt the brioche. I've never done brioche before, so I'm kind of scared about that. But I am going to do the brioche. Then there's a crisscross section, and then there's the border, which I really like, and I want to do it. It's like garter stripes. So that's what I did. So that's all I have to show you right now. Gosh, I hope I was able to edit this down some because I'm looking at my phone right now and it took me 20 minutes to talk about all of this almost. So I did want to give you this yarn haul for a while. So that is what is happening here. I actually have to run out and run some errands now. When I come back home, I'm going to try and finish decorating for Christmas. And then we are actually going over to Zach's parents' house tonight for dinner and for the evening to see his brother and his sister-in-law. So we're pretty excited about that. And I also have to make the dough for my donuts. So I'll also show you a bit of that here today too. So I'm getting ready right now to like prep the kitchen to start making the dough for my donuts, and I'm reading the instructions, and I was so stressed out last night making that custard that I realized I used whole eggs and I was only supposed to use the egg yolk. I feel like I need to make it again, the custard. I don't want to. I mean, listen, this tastes fine. I don't know that it looks right. I'm going to show it to you. I realized I never showed the finished product yesterday, but I don't know. It tastes okay. The kicker here is that the vanilla bean is like really what makes it fantastic, and I paid $12 yesterday for a single vanilla bean. I don't want to go buy another vanilla bean for $12. This is disastrous. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do. Leave it? Like I could always remake it, I guess. Oh God, I don't know. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. They told me to cover it up. It's like, this is it. Like she's thick. I feel like, I don't know if that's correct. Like, I don't know. Is it time for me to start Googling, like, is my custard ruined if I use the whites also? I don't know. I don't know. But I need to get at least the ingredients ready to start making the dough because it needs to rise for 1 to 2 hours first. Then you need to punch it down and let it refrigerate and rise for a minimum of 8 hours. or overnight, and I need to have all of this done before 5:30 today. So, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, I'm stressed.